this is one of the moments. We obviously clinched a share of the regular season title. That is a three-peat. I am just to think where we were, a couple years ago, being picked 7th in a preseason poll. Just kind of wondering what we could be, and looking back now, just really grateful for honestly what Coach Huss started with me and giving me an opportunity. It means the world to me. This game tonight was it was crazy, man. I haven't even fully processed it yet, but it's March, and this is what the fans love. We obviously got to go back and see where we melted. We had a little meltdown there, obviously, and we don't want to do that. We had this nice 16-point lead, and it quickly went down to being behind. But earlier in the year, we would have lost that game, 100%. Our guys stuck together. We made the plays. Obviously, I'm proud of a lot of these guys. I'm really proud of Cam to make those 2 big shots. He's been doing a lot. He's been really, really trying to be a winner, and he is. Couldn't be more proud of him. Just need him to catch the ball when he's got it dunked there at the end. But other than that, but for us, job's not finished. We have bigger goals in mind. We still don't have the 1 seed clinched up as far as I can see the standings. It's hard for me to see if we don't win against a great Presbyterian team Thursday. And then lastly, I got to give Winthrop a ton of credit. They're physical, they're tough, they're grimy. I know this is a rivalry, but I got a ton of respect for the coaching staff and what they're doing and their players. They made it really hard on us, and they kicked our butt in the previous one. So if we're both fortunate enough, we'll see each other again. But that's a big if, because we're going to have to each win 2 games in that tournament to see each other. And I think we'd both love to see each other again, because that would mean that we got 1 game to go to the dance. So what a college basketball game.
Well, Coach, how much did the foul trouble, particularly early, change what you all were going to do? And then how were you all able to overcome that?
Obviously, it affected the game. I have really no comment on what was right, what was wrong. The officials have a tough job. My message to our team was, before the game, whatever is going on, we have to overcome it. Like, we cannot whine, we cannot complain, we cannot make excuses, whatever it is. If you have a center foul out in 4 minutes in the first half, if you have another center foul, get 4 fouls in 2 minutes, whatever it is, we need to overcome it, and we overcame it, and that's what I'm proud of.
Yeah, how big is that? This time of year, to fight through that adversity. Obviously, this is a scenario that could pop up again, and this time you guys were able to, like I said, this was totally different from earlier in the season.
That's who wins in March.
Yeah.
And you got to stick together when it gets hot. You got to make free throws. You got to not turn the ball over. That's one thing that we're really gonna have to go back to the film on. Is like, okay, we have a lead and we get casual. We start throwing 1-hand passes now. Like, we start doing things that we specifically saying not do. Like, honestly, both runs were started by one little thing. So in the first half, we had a nice lead. Scotty doesn't have his hands up, doesn't rebound. Run starts. And quite frankly, and Terry can take it, he's my guy, he's a first-team All-League player, he might be player of the year, whatever you want to say about him, but we knew we couldn't spin move in the middle of the floor, because they take him, when we come out of a timeout, we spin move in the middle of the floor. And you know what, I'm sure happy we're going to learn from it with a win, because it's a lot better to learn from it with a win. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that thing got close there, now that we won it, because we fought through it.
Yeah. Well, it came down to, 3 minutes left, you're up 4, you're a team built on defense and rebounding, and how big was it to, this was the scenario that you all had been built for. How good was it for y'all to come through?
It was everything. Our defense was great in the first half. Obviously, with the foul trouble, we got a little softer in the second half, so I really don't blame the guys. There was a couple plays where we could have, but we just felt like around the rim, like we just got to back up and just give up a layup. We had to have that conversation at halftime. Like, you know what? It's probably better to just give up a layup. It got to that point, in my opinion, and you know what, then towards the end, while we're still alive, all right, no more layups, but we had to survive a portion of that game, and we did that.
Yeah. Well, Terry, how'd you feel about tonight? Obviously, big win, gritty win, how'd you feel about it overall?
Overall, it was a good win. We came together at the end, and we just still got work to do.
What was it? I guess with, last 5 minutes or so, it was kind of in the balance. What was it that y'all were able to do that tipped y'all's way?
I feel like in the last 5 minutes, we kind of lost focus for real, because we was turning the ball over a little bit too much. Like sometimes it wasn't even forced, it was really just us. Like, basically, what he told y'all, like, I should have spun in the middle and stuff like that, but we came together, made free throws, made big shots. That's what we made of.
Yeah. Well, Well, Rob, too, I mean, just what was you guys' reaction? I mean, Cam had those big threes, Braden had the big three. I mean, just guys stepping up and making big plays, even on defensive end too. I mean, just guys stepping up and making big plays.
With Cam, just trying to encourage him. He's been through a lot of his journey. Me knowing him for like 15 plus years, so just encouraging him and just knowing that stay ready. He stayed ready. He came out there, made 2 big shots, and with Braden, you asked what was his? What you ask?
He had the corner three,
Oh
right?
yeah, I mean just finding my guys. I know that Winthrop was in the paint a lot, so just finding the open guy, he knocked it down. I told him he's gonna make his next shot, so just trusting in my teammates, and it was a big shot for him.
Yeah. Well, like Coach said, unfinished, but at the same time, I mean, this is the moment that y'all have been for. I mean, how good a feeling is it to check off one of those things on the checklist, knowing that there's still more to come?
I mean, it's an okay feeling, like we still sharing right now, so Thursday, once we take care of business, then it'll feel a little bit better, but right now we gotta get back to work on Monday, and yeah.
Coach, real quick, I want to key on a tough task tonight. Speak on his defensive effort. Had 4 blocks. Just speak on his effort defensively.
Yeah, he's I went through this season thinking we didn't have rim protection, and he's like top 75 or whatever. I don't know what he's at now in block percentage. So he's really stepped up for us. I really have to go back to the film to kind of see if our backup, some of that stuff was, I don't really know what to say, if it was their fault or whatnot, but we obviously need a little more production off that bench from those big guys. But I thought at least they battled, but man, Owen, this whole season, he's just given us everything he can. I mean, any coach who gets to have that dude on their team, like it's just a complete blessing. I mean, if you had a bunch of guys wired like Owen, he's just a champion. So that's why we wanted him, and he's showing up for us.
You spoke a lot about Winthrop as a very physical and grimy team. How much did you guys preach that in practice on being the more physical team?
Yeah, I mean, we don't preach being more physical. We preach showing our hands and trying to play solid defense. But I do make them aware that these sorts of things, just how another team might play. Like we do what we do. We don't try to foul and do all that. We try to show our hands, move our feet, and get deflections. So we knew it was going to be physical, and they've been physical. I mean, they're really well coached. Like we had their number last year. If you guys remember, 2 years ago, we won the regular season on this floor against them in the very exact similar scenario. We were up like 17. They came back, tied the thing, we went to overtime. And that first game up there, we were down 17, and we went on a buzzer beater. This has been other than a couple regular season games last year. These games with Winthrop have been fantastic because they're well coached and they got good players, and it's really hard to shake them because they really stick to their game plan. So if we're lucky enough to see them again, it'll be another great basketball game.
How ironic was it, you saying the other day, they're letting you play, and then today?
I mean, no comment.
Rob, as a leader on the team, do you feel like this is good preparation though? I know that was tough, what we just went through, the experience. But is that good prep for the guys on the roster looking ahead to a Johnson City in just a couple weeks?
Yeah, definitely. I know we won a lot of games by 10 plus points, but being able to have close games and execute and just stick together. We fought adversity. Coach talked about adversity before the game, so that's the main thing. Me being a leader, Terry, just getting our guys motivated and staying together. So it's a good feeling winning close games like this, but we definitely gonna need it in the conference tournament and of course Thursday.
Coach, real quick, speaking of defensive effort, like the preparation going into this game for Logan, right? He had a monster game last game against y'all, 28 points. But tonight, I feel like you guys defended him very well. Whether it's Terry coming in on the baseline and grabbing that steal, or Rob Martin coming in on the baseline too. To speak on the preparation to stop him tonight.
I'll just say this: if you think giving up 23 and 14 is good, then he's a darn good player, because he is. And I'll say a couple last things. I give that dude a lot of credit. He wasn't on any preseason teams. He wasn't much of a player last season. I read his story. I played, I had a lot of adversity, it wasn't easy. So you see guys like that who could quit and do this and that and other thing, and they turn themselves around and come out of nowhere and have amazing seasons, like this guy next to me, and no offers out of high school and all that. Those are guys that I'm fans of. And then the other thing I'll say is this: our first game we had against Furman, You know, I know this is a rivalry, I know everyone gets on Twitter and talks and all this, but like, they let us shoot around in their gym and have a good shoot around time for us to play Furman. You know, they don't have to do stuff like that. That was my first win at High Point ever, you know. So, you know, the Big South is competitive, but we also kind of are looking out for each other and trying to raise this league up. And Winthrop being really good, you know, with us being really good, you know, if we get a third team that's really good, like, this league is gonna be something that a lot of people are watching. And so I commend them for the competition. It's great. And, you know, like I said, I hope we see them again if we're lucky enough.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.